Well, hey y'all, this is my first comedy gig. My name is JoJo R. Kaiser, and I'm really excited to be out here. And I hope I can make y'all laugh, because this y'all can't. Nah, that's the rest of my career. It's in the toilet. Flush. I was thinking the other day, and I was thinking back to being a little kid. And if you think back to it, try to think about when you didn't know where babies came from. I used to think I came from Toys R Us, because I would walk down the aisle, I'd see all these dolls up on the shelves, and they would have, you know, like little parts that go with them. I turned to my mom one time and said, "Mama, how much did that cost?" She looked down at me very seriously and said, "Son, you cost 13 beers and a glass of wine." Learning words was always fun too. I love to learn words. I remember the morning I found out what diarrhea meant. I went in there and woke up to the bathroom. I was like 5, 6 years old, can't remember. I'm getting memory loss in my old age. But so I get there and I sit down, I do my business, and I left it there because I didn't know where it was. So my mom and dad woke up and said, "Mom, Dad, y'all gotta come see this. Gotta come see this." My mom and dad, they come in and they rush in. And my mom looks at the toilet. She goes, "Why'd you leave that in there?" And my dad, without missing a beat, goes, "He wanted to show you what happens when someone eats your cooking."
Oh, my boy.
My mom always has road rage. I can't get into the car with her without laughing at some kind of road rage because there's so many idiots on the road. And I'm sure a bunch of you people know about that. And so I get that, and so we were driving one night to my granny's house, and I remember this night distinctly because I could not imagine how this would have happened, but apparently my mom was determined. We ran into a bunch of people driving slow, cutting in front of us, didn't know how to drive with a darn, which is normal Lafayette, so I guess we'll deal with that. So my mom at one point yells out in the car, "Where's the idiots convention? I want to go over there and shoot them all." I said, "Oh, I can imagine that headline. Local psycho mutter kills all idiots in South Louisiana area." I especially love this. I especially love when I'm driving and my mom's yelling at people. I especially love the people that think their blinker is a Christmas decoration. "Ooh, look at the red light. Baloo, baloo, baloo." I think all these idiots that are driving on the road should really go back to Walmart. Their license expired. I mean, this is a great world, isn't it? We're in the United States and we can go get a driver's license at Walmart for $13.99. I remember when I first went to the Monster Truck Rally, the Monster Jam or whatever it's called. I was about 7 years old, and this is around the time that my mom had kicked my dad out. Don't worry, I'm not hurting. But so we get there, and my dad took me to Monster Jam. I was like, "Dad," and I was getting scared. You know, big trucks, crushing cars. I said, "Dad, that looks like your car." And he goes, "No, son, it's not my car. It's just very similar." And I said, "Well, it looks like the neighbor's because Mom was bouncing in it last night." I remember when we had my teenage cousin over. She was a girl, and she was sleeping in one room. I'm sleeping in another. I'm about 8 years old. My mom and dad sleeping. I walk by my mom and dad, and I walk by and I see the sheets going, doing the wave, you know. And so I asked, I said, "Mom, Dad, what are y'all doing?" My dad goes, "We're playing cards." So I walk by my cousin's room, and she has her boyfriend over that night, so happened to be, traumatized me, really. I see the covers again, go, doing the wave. And I asked my cousin, I said, "Cousin Jessie, why are the covers bouncing?" She goes, "We're playing cards." So my dad comes about later, and he goes, "Son, what are you doing?" Because, of course, obviously she's going, "Woo." I said, "I'm playing cards." He goes, "You don't have anybody to play with." I said, "You don't need someone to play with as long as you got a good hand."
Joseph!
I do know that I'm not, of course I'm not married, I'm 17, but I do have my Uncle Mike and my Aunt Jeannie. They've been married for a really long time. And I have learned from them that the wife expects the husband to do a lot of work, no matter what the circumstances are. So one day I remember my Uncle Mike had a heart attack, and it was scary, scared the ever living out of me. So I went to the hospital with my Aunt Jeannie, and we're sitting there, and the doctor examined my Uncle Mike by himself, and my Uncle Mike came out. We didn't know what the news was. My Aunt Jeannie said, "What's happening? What's the problem?" My Uncle Mike looked down and he said, "The doctor wants to talk to you." So my Aunt Jeannie pulled me in because she knows I can be comforting. Yay, me, I'm special. And so I get in there, and the doctor told my Aunt Jeannie, he said, "For the rest of your husband's life, you're going to have to do all the work. You're going to have to mow the grass. You're going to have to build stuff. He cannot do anything. You're going to have to make him as happy as possible, or he could die." And my Aunt Jeannie very calmly stood up and was like, "Thank you, doctor." And I was like, "What? So we go, We go out, and my Uncle Mike runs up. What do you say? What do you say? My Aunt Jeannie looked him dead in the eyes and goes, "You're going to die." I do realize this. I have a lot of friends that are married, and I had a friend that's been married for 17 months. And every time his wife has a headache, and I finally decided, I was a little confused. You know, I'm 13 years old. I was like, that doesn't sound right. So next day he comes up to me with her and he says she had a headache again last night. I looked at her and I said, a headache that lasts for 17 months is a problem. You should go see a doctor. Oh wow, that wasn't that funny. Yeah, I gotta work on that. But I'm loving being a teenager. Being a teenager is fun, especially with all my idiot friends, because some people just don't know how to count. And I was talking to one of my friends, and one of my friends goes, "That's 2 out of 3. That's 2 out of 3." And one of my other friends, goes, "Yeah, 2 out of 3. Wait." Took y'all a while to get that one. All right. I have another friend. He's a grade A moron. Everything he does is just stupid. I don't get anything he does. We were driving in his car one day, and it started to sputter. So we took it to the mechanic or whatever, and the mechanic goes in, and he comes out about an hour later. My friend goes, "What's up? What's the diagnostics?" You know, as if he knows what diagnostics means. And the mechanic said, "Just crap in the carburetor." My idiot friend looks at him and goes, "How often do I have to do that?" Seemed a little slow with the 747 there, Willie. I love it when the 747 doesn't land. You can tell the best joke in the world and people just won't get it. And I was sitting the other day and I said, "Hey, Willie." He goes, "What?" I said, "Why did the chicken cross the road?" He goes, "I don't know why." I said, "Oh wait, no, I'm at the playground." He goes, "What?" I go, "Let me try that again. Why did the chicken cross the playground?" "I don't know why. To get to the other slide." "Huh?" 747 did not land again. I'm sorry, you need a new pilot. But I'm enjoying being up here. I'm enjoying my comedy, and it's always fun to do, because when you're a comedian, you know, greatest thrill in the world, you get to make people laugh. And I actually had my own laugh a while back. And it was a friend of mine. We were at a piñata party. Can I ask you people something? What's the point of a piñata? You're beating the crud out of something with a stick so you can get candy and free stuff. I mean, you know, I kind of wonder what's teaching these little kids. And when I think about it, this is what it's going to be. The little kids are going to go up there and they're going to beat this thing. And my friend said, "I don't get it." I said, "Yeah, I don't get it either." He goes, "What's going to happen?" I said, "I'm going to tell you what's going to end up happening. What's going to end up happening is one day these people are going to go in and they're going to pay for, and they're going to want something. And the cashier's going to ask for money. They're going to give them the $10 and pull out and boom in a baseball game and go, 'Give me a candy.'" Y'all been a wonderful audience. Thank you. Good night.